Well, we were helping. So we were helping money and being Is there a change because they didn't have
Oh my God. I'm so happy to hear. I do know you here.
I checked into my room, it's supposed to be two. We had I bed, I had one self bed. Surprised when she gets up there, she's going off the because I couldn't that there was a bed. So, well, the lady that was heading all of this, green card.
Well, I was just
She didn't have a room. No, like, is that not crazy? I'm going to be right back.
We're live right now.
You want to get started?
We're live right now, but I mean, you can start anytime you want.
I'll be right back. I got to tell Laura there's a problem with their room. No, well, we haven't found her. Everybody's gone.
And then I come to the table and I put the face with the name.
We came to I'll be right back.
Okay. Did anyone survive while I was on?
Nope. We're live right now, so.
Hi, Karen. How are you? I'm okay, except for my wounds.
Oh, what did you do?
Fell
Oh my God.
on a cement sidewalk.
Oh, oh,
I'm glad I didn't break anything, because if I had, I wouldn't have been able to. So I'm here.
yeah.
Jen, I used to communicate with you once in a while. Earn effects from Sudbury.
I'm just, we're on live right now, so you can hear your voices.
Okay.
It's okay.
Thank you card. I was here for you. And if you wanted these pamphlets, I'll go and take those. Sherry is where your sister
Got it.
So, Kathy, we want to get started.
Your number, your.
Okay, ladies, we're going to get started with our insurance presentation. In case you're wondering what this bright white circle is, we are live streaming today. So, if there's a control, let me know and I'll change that. But Kathy is going to introduce, so I'm going to turn it over to Kathy.
Thank you very much. So we have two presenters today. I'll speak about Leanne because she's up here right now. I'm sorry. She's a member of Area 12 Lady of Snow, North Halton, since 2008. She was enrolled in the insurance during the open window of 2010. She was area director, which is how I got to know her, for Area 12 from 2019 to 2021. Then she agreed to be the assistant convener for insurance from 2021 to 2023, and this year she's insurance convener for the next 2 years. So thank you very much. Where did Karen go? Karen Russell has been a member of Stratford branch. Originally was in Old Town, and 2 years later became moved over. I'm talking to move over.
We're seeing your backs. We're not seeing
She
your
became
fronts.
president of the Stratford branch in 2014, and she was the convention convener in 2015, which I now know is a great job. The assistant insurance convener from 2019 to 2021, and for the last 2 years has been the insurance convener for the province. She is very, very passionate about theater and especially about her art studio in Stratford. Welcome, ladies.
I'd like to say that on Thursday I got a promotion to insurance team leader, taking over from a well-abled Karen, but I don't get any pay raise. It's still the same pay. Okay, let's get started here with this particular program is for the convention only. If you have already looked at the PowerPoint for this year, this is different. It's different than what you're going to see in PowerPoints in the fall as well. All right, here we go. And come on. And why is it not working? Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is going to focus on the hospital and home care plan. You know there are two. One is the hospital and home care plan, one is the death and dismemberment plan. We're not looking at that one today. Our agenda for today, why do you need this plan, or why do your members need this plan? And maybe the corollary to that is, why don't they already have it? A very brief overview of the benefits, because we're hoping you already have an idea of that. And our focus is actually going to be on the prior authorization form, because this is something that we find members have difficulties with. So you're not likely to need this insurance because you ran into a tiger and it wasn't a very good experience. However, there are some reasons why you should have this claim. Unexpected costs. We never know when there might be a curve that sends us flying through the air, somebody driving erratically and we were really good, but or a medical test that we thought everything was going to be fine and suddenly we're facing some surgery. So we do, as we get older, have to be prepared for those unexpected costs. This is a supplemental plan, and it supplements the provincial health plan, or if you happen to have members who have moved out of the province, as long as they are part of that provincial health plan, they can carry this insurance. It supplements other insurance plans, whether it's RTO or OTIP, a spousal insurance plan, whatever. This is an add-on. It's like a third level insurance plan. And it carries things that the other plans do not. As we get older, we want to be as independent as we can be. We don't want to be relying on our kids. You know, that phone call, I need you. We prefer not to do that if we can help it. And this would give us more independence. We know that women tend to live longer than men, so it may be that after a spouse passes away, we like to be as independent as we can. This helps. And last of all, it's not expensive. Some of you picked up the brochure, you will note that for members of our RWTO, it's 14 and change a month, and for spouses, it's 15 and change. And the spouse, by the way, is any kind of spouse, whether it is a regular marriage, common law marriage, same-sex marriage, whatever, that's a spouse. However, your son or daughter living with you is not a spouse, so they're not covered by this. All right, let's look at some of the benefits without getting overwhelmed. So in these next 4 slides, we're very briefly going to look at the benefits. So first of all, the convalescent benefit. If you're hospitalized for more than 72 hours, $350 a month for up to 6 months, depending on whether you are able to do your regular things. So if you're still not able to drive the car, if you're still not able to vacuum, if you're still not able to care for yourself in terms of personal care, $350 a month for up to 6 months. If you need to go into particular care, for instance, we have a member of the Snow who's having some hip surgery, lives alone, and is going to go into a retirement home for 4 weeks. That $350 for that month is not going to cover her cost, but it will help, right? If it's like day surgery or a couple of days, knee surgery or whatever, $72.50 for up to 4 weeks. So, and you don't need to have any kind of receipt for that. You can use it for what you need. Mowing the lawn, housekeeping, someone to come and cook, whatever. You need no receipts, you just apply for it. Even if you didn't spend it, you can have it.
Question?
Yes.
How soon after you have the accident or whatnot can you apply for that? Does that have to be immediately?
It's probably best that you apply for it after, once you're back. You're not going to know, when am I going to be back to normal? Right? So that covers for the time period that you are not able to do your normal things.
Okay, so do you have a time limit to get it in, like within a
1
year?
year.
1 year, okay. Thank you.
Okay, the whole nursing benefit, 80% of the cost up to a maximum of $1,500. If your secondary insurance covers part of this cost, you can add on to it to cover that extra. And I'll explain a little further on how you piggyback on various plans to pay less money. Okay? The fracture benefit pays a certain amount, depending upon which bone you break. So it pays for the most expensive bone. So you can't kind of, okay, I got my arm, and I got my hip, and I got my leg, I'll just add those all together. It only pays for the most expensive bone, which happens to be the pelvis, which is worth $350. Again, no receipts. Just has to be on your claim form what the injury was, and it's going to pay you that amount. Yes?
Is there a list somewhere that tells you how much for certain fractures?
Yes, it does.
Because I've been dealing with this for quite a while. I'm the insurance convener for Sudbury, and I never know how much people are allowed to charge because I don't know how much is allowed for certain boats.
Okay, so in the Manulife website is the contract. I have a copy of it here, which you might look at after. But if you go to the Manulife website, and I'll show you as we get a little further in where to click for that on the Manulife website, it will tell you what your various what the levels are. Okay?
Thank you.
Welcome.
Question?
Yep.
Now on the Manulife website,
Yes.
can you say, for instance, the convalescent benefit? Can you just go on that site and apply for it, or do you have
Yes.
to fill out the forms and stuff?
Oh, you have to do a form, and again, I'll show you.
And it's on the site.
It's on Manulife. It's also, so you can do it one of two ways, and we'll get to that. Okay? So it might be best if we hold the questions to the end, write your question down.
Sorry.
Well, no, that's okay. Just, we're bouncing into some of the things I'm going to talk about. So if you write your question down and we'll answer them at the end, that's probably the best route to go. Cataract surgery, $100 per eye once. Now, usually you only have one cataract surgery per eye. I happen to have two for one eye just because I'm special, I guess. Because the person decided not to stay attached. But you can use that again. Do you want to upgrade your lens? Oh, you can pay us for a basic lens. Do you want a better one? Do you need to get new glasses? Because the ones you have aren't going to work now. Whatever. Are there special tests you need that are going to cost money out of pocket that only isn't paying for? Again, $100 isn't going to pay for all that. My new lens was $800 and something, and I'll get paid $150. But that $100 helps. Right? Sometimes it helps, sometimes it pays. Comfort care benefit. This is one that sometimes our members don't realize they're entitled to. Again, you don't need receipts. You can use this however many days you're in the hospital, over 3 or 72 hours. $25 a day. You can use it for telephone, television, send your spouse to Timmy's because she has to have coffee that comes on your tray, send them off to get you the best magazine to read, whatever. It's your money. Okay? Come on. Transportation benefit, $350 maximum. Again, another one that doesn't get used very often, or doesn't get used as much as it could be. $35 per kilometer for your trip to the hospital, for your surgery. And the parking, as long as you get that little ticket you get. This is where you do have to submit the receipt for the parking. Okay? So keep that little ticket. Admission, discharge, post-hospital doctor visits that are at the hospital. If it's at your doctor's office, If it's at the hospital, you're good. So for instance, when I had treatment for cancer, I could not claim the days that I just had radiation. I could claim the day, 1 day a week that I saw the doctor. I keep it in mind, right? Ambulance or taxi benefit. If you've had a ride in an ambulance, you get a bill later for $45. That's the part OHIP doesn't pay. What's that about? It is. So you get that $45 that OHIP doesn't pay, paid through RWTO. Physician validation benefit, if you have to have your physician fill out the form, do it. By the way, it can be a family doctor. It does not have to be a surgery.
Message.
You don't have to try and track down the surgeon to get him to fill it out. Your family doctor can do it. Little hint here. If you fill out the claim form on the Manulife website, you do not need a validation from the doctor. They will chase the doctor down. If you fill it out in paper form and mail it in, you do need to have the doctor fill in that side. Okay? So if you don't want to have to bother the doctor, or you just want to get it done quickly, then it's a good idea just to do it on the Manulife website. The claim form for this sort of thing is relatively easy to do. Patient transfer. This isn't used very often, but if you're being moved, say, from the hospital that you've had surgery in and you're going to a rehab hospital and you need patient transfer by private ambulance, or you need to go back for an appointment, you've had back surgery, you're not sitting up, so you're now going in an ambulance, you're going to get a private ambulance, it will cover those costs. Special equipment. You need one of those lift chairs that lift you up and flop you on the floor if you don't hang on. Okay. Or you need a hospital bed because you need some specialized care at home. You need a bed that will go up and down or adjust. $200 again may help towards the rental or the purchase. It will help. It won't pay. I think those chairs are like $2,000. Mobility assistant. Walker, wheelchair, ergonomic poles. What do you mean ergonomic poles? So if you use ergonomic poles to get a little bit more exercise, you can get these covered. Has to be recommended by a doctor. Okay, so I'm going to the doctor and I'm going to say, you know, with my arthritis, I know I need to do more weight bearing exercise. I could do a lot more of that if I was using ergonomic poles. Would you recommend those for me? And the doctor's going to say, of course I will. And he or she will write on those prescription pads, and there you go. You got the recommendation for those poles. They're about $150, and RWTO will pay 80% of that cost. RTO or those plans do not cover ergonomic poles. RWTO does. Assistive devices. Whether it's something that you need all the time, or just because you've had specialized surgery and you need it for a while, like grab bars, the bath seat, the raised toilet seat. If you had knee surgery or hip surgery, you don't want to go all the way down to the toilet seat, let me tell you. You want to be a little bit higher. So you can either purchase or rent. And this is going to help. And physiotherapy. So here I'm going to show you a little bit, or talk to you a little bit about how this, sorry Kathy, how this, you can pile this on. So let's take the knee surgery example. You had knee surgery, and part of that recovery is they're going to send you to the work fit program at the hospital, and that's covered by OERO. You get 5. You still have a long way to go to get that knee working the way it should. So the doctor says, I want you to go for physiotherapy, and you phone up your friendly neighborhood physiotherapy clinic and you make an appointment and you go. And let's say it costs, just because math is not my forte, $100 a visit. And they tell you, okay, you're going to need 5 visits. There's $500. But that's okay because RTO is going to pay 80% of that $500. So it's $400 going to pay. You don't have to pay $100. Except now, RWTO is going to come in and pay 80% of that $100. Okay? So it only costs you $20 instead of $100. See how that works? OE paid, RTO paid, RWTO paid, and you paid $20. Hearing aid? Okay, not to purchase and not to buy batteries. Or sorry, not to buy batteries, but it will pay every 4 years $200 towards purchase or repair of hearing aids. And this will also include cochlear implants. So if someone has profound hearing loss and needs cochlear implant, again, OPIC is going to pay for their basic implant. Like cataracts, there's better and better. So people may want to choose something better. And CPAP equipment. Again, you can do the pile-on, RTO paying 80% for this, and then RWTO picking up 80% of the rest. Or you can change your equipment in 3 months. Because it's about $300 to get a new hose and a new mask, and a new mouthpiece, and the cord, and I mean, there's a number of pieces that go with CPAP. I know because I use one. And it really helps to cover these costs. It means you can change that more often and have much better seal. So make sure that your members know that they can use this for CPAP. We already did that one. All right, we're going to focus today on the prior authorization form because we have found this is something that some of our members are not sure how this works and how to do it, and it's a little bit confusing on the Manulife site. Okay, so it's required, prior authorization form is required if you require some kind of home nursing care after hospitalization or surgery. So if your doctor says you can only go home if you have a certain amount of nursing care for a certain amount of time, then you need to fill in this form, and you need to do it as soon as the doctor says you have to have this care. I'm going to show you later what to do if for some reason you didn't have a warning that you're going to need this care. So there's 2 places you can get it. You can get it from the RWTO website, or you can get it from the Manulife website. So we'll look at the RWTO website first, because it's actually the easiest place to get it. This is one that is probably easier to fill out yourself in paper. So when you go to our wonderful website, notice there, I clicked it, or I clicked this when they had the information about registration being open. You're going to click on membership. And I don't want to move my cursor, that's why. Okay, so you're going to click on membership. Then you're going to, that little drop-down box is going to come along, and you're going to click on insurance plans. When you click on there, you're going to find there are all the forms connected to insurance, and you'll note there's two there, prior authorization form and the claim form. Okay, so in this case, you would click on prior authorization form, and print it off and fill it in and send it in. That one is not fillable on the site. The claim form is, but not the prior authorization form. Now, you can also get it from the Manulife website. So first of all, you're going to access your personal page by using manulifesecureserve.ca. If you have the green and white card, we were talking about that earlier today, on the green and white card, it's going to have the plan number, 147C is our plan number, and it's going to have your personal ID number. If you don't have that, or you're not sure where that green card went to, you can get another one by contacting Terry Kennedy and she'll walk you through the process. But that's where you'll find it. When you go to the website, it's going to ask you to put in a username, and yes, my username is Super Grandma. And you can put in a password. Once you've got that in, if your computer asks you to save it, say, and it's your computer to say yes, because then you never have to remember it again. Then it's going to take you to the little gnome page. I call it the gnome page because I think she looks like a gnome sitting there. They do not make it easy to do this. You're going to click on, up at the top there, forms and documents. Along the top. And then you're going to go to the next page. Scroll down to form title, which is the second section on the page. And that will take you down to step 3, which will let you go to the very bottom of the page. You'll see the prior authorization form is the second from the bottom. You're going to click on view. You can keep clicking on that line and go nowhere until you click on view. So make sure you click on view. Saying, I can't get there, won't let me go. They're going to send you a download. Like I said, they don't make it easy. The download is going to say, you can't get to this unless you have Adobe Reader downloaded on your computer. Even when you have Adobe Reader downloaded on your computer, you'll get this box. And then they'll give you the website so that you can download it if you don't have it. If you have it and you download it, it will tell you you have it. I knew I had it. This will pop up. This sheet will pop up. And you see there's a box there. You're going to click on the box. And it's going to list a whole bunch of services. And you can't save this, by the way. It tells you right up there at the top that you can't save it. So either you're going to fill it all out in one sitting, or you're going to fill it out with, oh, I don't have that information. And then you're going to start all over again when you get that information. So you may want to just print it. When you click on the services, you're going to get a whole list. Wait a minute, CPAP? Let's fill this up for CPAP? No, you don't. We already have those benefits, some other people don't. You're going to just click on home care and nursing, and you're going to ignore the rest because we already have those benefits. Once you have clicked on that, you're going to get the appropriate form, Now you can fill it out or you can print it. Can't say that. So either you're going to look through the form, make sure you've got all that information, come back and do it all at once, or you're going to print it and work on it from there and then go back. There are 4 pages. Pages 1 and 2 are yours that you need to fill out. And you need to fill those out as soon as you know you're going to need this care. Pages 3 and 4 are for the doctor to fill out, or the nurse practitioner. So, who completes? You complete the first 2 pages. The doctor, nurse practitioner completes the second 2 pages. Do not fill anything in on those pages. They must do it. He or she. Okay? So, when is the form required? If you know you're going to require that nursing care, then as soon as you know you need that care, you fill it in. Please note, again, it's only hospital and home care, nursing benefit. It's not needed for hearing aids, it's not needed for CPAP, it's not needed for fractures, it's not needed for any of the other things on that list. It's because they use the same form, no matter what Manulife plan you have. So other people who are not in RWTO may have a different plan, and they need to fill out this form to get their CPAP covered or whatever. Okay? That's why it's all there, just to make it difficult. So it's required when you know you're going to need that nursing care. And again, it's only for that purpose. All right, so how do we do this? So when you complete the form, oops, my thing moved on. When you complete the form, you're going to submit it to Manulife. The address is on this website, so don't be trying to scribble down an address because it's on the website. You can scan the form and mail it, or you can print it and mail it. Or you can, because you like challenges, fill it out online once you've got all the information and send it in. And then your doctor can do the same thing with page 3 and 4. And if the care is such that you didn't know you were going to need it, and it needs urgent approval, there's a phone number again. That is on the Manulife website, and you can get verbal approval and you know, okay, I'm good to go. Okay, now just for a little bit more challenge. This is for those people who really like challenge. So, Manulife arranges for the home care. They have providers that they like to use, and that provider will contact you and make all the arrangements with you. They submit the bills. You need do no more. It's been approved. Manulife looks after paying the provider. Okay. You may need to keep track of hours. That's probably a good thing to do. But when I was sick before, I had such and such as a nursing for my nursing care afterwards. I want them again. That's only because you really like a challenge that you do that. So then you can arrange for nursing services yourself. Manulife will tell you how to do that. But they still need you to go through prior authorization stuff. You must remember that whoever you get as your provider here must have the credentials that are necessary. So registered nurse, practical nurse, PSW. It cannot be your favorite niece or your spouse or anybody related to you, even though your favorite niece is a PSW. Okay? Now here comes the fun part. You have to pay out of pocket and then submit your receipts to Manulife and wait for the money to come back. So there is the extra level of challenge. Okay, so we're ready to answer questions, and Karen is in many ways more an expert than I am on this, because she's done it for 4 years and I've been done it for 2. But Terry, I should just mention, Terry is not with us today. She's facing a little bit of a health challenge herself. Hopes to be able to come, and the doctor said, think better not, because you don't want to be that far away from, she's dealing with gallbladder, so if you ever dealt with gallbladder, you know what that's like. And your doctor said you don't want to be that far away from the hospital that knows you at this point. So that's why she's not with us. So, questions? Teresa?
Those of us who have recently or always had no family doctor anymore, that presents a real challenge, getting things filled out if you do it by hand. So if you're sending it in through the computer form, and you said you didn't need the family doctor or any doctor to sign, what do you need, if anything?
So if you're filling it out on the RWTO website, or sorry, on the Manulife website, you don't need to fill in the doctor part. They will do any chasing required. So if they're concerned that your claim is not legitimate, then they would track down who treated you. So if you went to Merge, for instance, or urgent care or something of that nature, or walking, they would track that down.
You also mentioned that you couldn't claim when you went for cancer treatment.
Yes.
Unless you saw the doctor.
Right. I couldn't claim mileage.
Yeah. Would that be the same if you were picking up a Holter monitor and taking it back? You have to see the doctor in order to get a claim.
No, that you can still claim this as part of the appointment piece, but they don't see the cancer treatment, which is a daily thing or whatever, as part of the appointment piece. But if you picked up a Holter monitor and now you're taking it back, that's the part of what the doctor is doing, is she needs to have the readings from that. So it's not treatment. It's testing.
Thank you. That's the difference.
Yes.
The last time, thank you. My husband was in the hospital last year, and when I asked my family doctor to fill in the forms, she charged me $150. Is that the same throughout the province?
Yeah, and I actually had a friend who was going to be charged $175, and she said, I filled the thing out for you, all you have to do is sign your name. So they reduced the price. But yes, that is the going rate. So again, $50 helps, it doesn't pay.
No, it doesn't. On the other hand, I was able to claim other things for him, and that helped.
Yeah.
But I was just shocked when she told me I had to pay $150 cash, not a credit card, not anything,
No,
cash.
doesn't go in on his income.
It was a shock to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why it's advisable to do it on the Manulife site. You don't have to pay that money.
Yes. Yeah, I have a friend going in for knee surgery on Thursday.
Yes?
She's sort of in the situation that I don't think she's really aware of all this coverage that she could benefit from. So even if she has all the documents, can she put all of them together, get it pre-authorized sort of after the fact?
Okay, so she's thinking she needs some nursing care at home.
Well, the doctor told her, no, she's going into one of these respite places for a week.
Okay, yeah, the doctor told her to.
Yeah,
So,
she'll be alone.
So that does not come under the hospital, it doesn't come under that prior authorization. She can get that, how many days was she in the hospital, do you know?
1 to 2.
1 to 2, so she can get the $72.50 per week for 4 weeks. Again, it helps.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Better know that much.
Yeah. And she should make sure she's getting costs for the surgery, etc.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I got a couple of questions. The prior authorization, I had knee surgery this year,
and I filled in the first 2 pages and gave my doctor the rest to fill in. He did not fill it in until after surgery.
Yeah, that's right.
That's normally how it's done then?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's.
Because it may be that you run into an issue during the surgery and have to keep you in the hospital longer, for instance. So you cannot write down your date of release until you know what your date of release is, or if there's any complications or whatever.
Okay, in terms of mutual life, you know the Adobe Reader? Remember we were talking before where it said,
Adobe Reader, yes,
okay.
yes.
Do you have to use a computer? Can you use an iPad?
You can use an iPad, it's going to ask you to do the same kind of thing.
And it'll go through that way?
I haven't done it on an iPad because I sometimes find that some of these things that are a little bit more complicated, you don't have enough screen on your iPad or your iPhone to get everything in, and it works better on a computer. So I'm not trying to do any of this on an iPad because of that.
Okay, lastly,
Yes.
I have RTO and RWTO.
Yes.
When you put something in with, say, Johnson,
Yes.
and you can also claim it with RWTO,
Yeah.
do they send it there?
No, you do.
You have to.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is, let's say with that physiotherapy piece that I told you about, so you can get your invoice from the physiotherapist. You're going to send that invoice into RTO, and then they will send you a statement back, which will show what you paid, and then what they paid, and that's what you send to Manulife. So it shows them what's left.
Thank you.
Get your exercise. Where's your Fitbit so you get set?
That CPAP machine coverage, that's 300 maximum per year. What is that year, from December to December?
It's your benefit year, so it depends on when you took out the benefit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you get.
So if you took out the benefit in November, then it's any cost for that CPAP between November and November.
Oh, okay.
And you consider that, let's say twice you got a new mask.
Mhm.
Whenever you get it, send it in, don't wait till the end of the year.
No.
Yeah.
So, okay, so it's not, it's the calendar year as an item.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
There's, I think there's a question here too after.
Yeah.
No, do that one first. Do that while you're there.
No,
Do that while you're there.
I just want to ask everyone who's asking questions or making comments to speak closely into the microphone, otherwise people like me cannot hear it.
We're going to have to end here
Over here.
Got 5.
shortly.
Just
Nope, no questions. Okay, good. Oh, and we have two.
Okay.
Good,
These will
because
be
we
the
have to- yeah.
last 2 questions because we have to be out of here in 5 minutes.
Okay. Is that okay to start? Did you need to? Okay. Just had cataract surgery, and it wasn't in a hospital. They had a complex, optometrist complex. So that would be kind of the same thing. And then the coverage is different. Like you can't. I was wearing sunglasses in my living room because it's bright. You're not incapacitated by anything. It went very well, but for that first week kind of thing, you can't bend over. And there's stipulation, and you're not in bed, but still, you know, people drop over and drop dinner, and you can't, something drops you. So I'm just, is that the?
$72.50 a week
Okay.
for 4 weeks until you can take on your normal activities.
Okay, so that, okay.
Yep.
And the last question.
Getting back to what somebody said over there with regards to, say, the CPAP you had it from November to November. Is everything like that? None of them are the calendar year, they're always from the date? Some are,
Some aren't. Okay, so for instance, if you're dealing with something for surgical, it's within a year of your surgery. So you're not near what your benefit year.
That date too.
Yeah,
Okay.
And then other things are your benefit year, and other things are calendar year. So the best place to look is on the and go to the contract. And read under the contract. And the contract is on the very first page with your name on. Across the top, you'll see contract, and click on contract. Notice I got it up here. Click on contract, and there will be contract and terms of benefits, or terms and conditions. Just read the contract. Yeah.
That, and as you said, that was Manulife, right?
Manulife.
Like,
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, talk to Terry. Give her a call, send her an email. Emails are really good because then you know exactly what you've asked and she can respond to it. She's very good at responding. And are you good to take her?
Yes, so I would like to thank Leanne and Karen.
Okay.
Careful, don't hurt.
Go over there.
Me too, okay.
Is that good?
I would like to thank
Turn
Leanne
sideways.
and Karen for their lovely presentation. I know for myself, I had a lot of clarification of Leanne's on your points. I appreciate that. I thought it was an excellent presentation. Thank you so much.